On September the 17th, thousands of pages exploded in Lebanon. The action was directed against members of the Hezbollah terrorist organization. According to the BBC, the explosions occurred in southern Beirut and other regions of the country. The next day, radios used by militants of the group detonated en masse in Lebanon. According to the Lebanese Ministry of Health, the death toll has risen to 37 and there are already thousands of wounded. ABC News citing sources claims that this was a complex operation by Israeli intelligence that had been planned for at least 15 years.
Planning for the attack involved shell companies, with multiple layers of Israeli intelligence officers and their assets fronting a legitimate company that produced the pagers, with at least some of those doing the work unaware of who they were actually working for, from a publication on the ABC News website, citing sources.
Ничего подобного мир не знал.
The world has never seen anything like this. It is one thing. Like in 1996, when a mobile phone was slipped to the commander of the Hamas military wing, Yahya Ayyash, and he was blown up by 11 grams of explosives. But it's another thing to slip various gadgets to many thousands of your enemies and then disable them on your own initiative. This is something absolutely amazing. But this is, in the end, the result. The technological component is important. It is very difficult to implement. Special technological capabilities were clearly used.
After a series of explosions in Beirut and other Lebanese cities, the 98th Division of the Israel Defense Forces was transferred north towards Lebanon, where Hezbollah is based, writes the Times of Israel. Israel Defense Minister Yoav Gallant said that a new phase of the war is beginning, and Prime Minister Netanyahu promised to ensure the safety of residents of the country's border areas.
Более 60 тысяч человек в официальном.
More than 60,000 people have been officially resettled. They are paid compensation, they live in hotels, they are provided with housing and payments. Naturally, things have become bad with work there. Agricultural enterprises have suffered or closed. Tens of thousands more people who are nearby, who do not formally live in this 5-kilometer zone, about 30,000, have decided to leave anyway, to be on the safe side. So the number of those who have essentially become refugees in their own country is approaching 100,000 people.
On the night of September the 20th, the Israeli army launched a series of strikes on Hezbollah positions in the south of Lebanon. According to the IDF, about 3 dozen launches of the group and infrastructure facilities were hit, where another 150 rocket launches were located ready to fire on Israeli territory. During the operation, Israel struck Beirut. As a result, Ibrahim Akil, a member of Hezbollah's top military leadership, was eliminated.
The Israeli army clearly targeted and eliminated the commander of the operations at Hezbollah's terrorist organization, Ibrahim Akil, along with his elite commanders from our advanced special forces unit. They gathered underground and under a residential building in the heart of Dahiya neighborhood, while using civilians as human shields. They gathered to coordinate terrorist actions against the citizens of the State of Israel.
The US, UK and UN called on Israel and Lebanon to the immediate de-escalation of the conflict and ceasefire.
But if things continue as they are, we risk seeing a conflagration that could dwarf even the devastation and suffering witnessed so far. It's not too late to avoid such folly. There is still room for diplomacy, which must be used without delay.
Analysts know that the frequency of mutual attacks between Israel and Hezbollah has increased significantly. This can lead to an entire large-scale war, as in the international community is worried. Reported by Diana Kolesnik, Nikita Skoblikov, UATV News.